The reason why he's so important, especially in the modern day of football, is he plays like Pedri. So Pedri, in case you guys don't know who he is, he's one of the best midfielders in the world. And I hate to say that as a Real Madrid fan, but I'm gonna admit it, he is one of the best. He's one of the best. And I've not been saying he's the best because he plays for Barca. That is the only reason why. But I mean, if he was playing in any other club besides Barca, he would be one of the best. Like, I would genuinely say this is the best midfielder in our generation. Now, Thiago Pitarch reminds me so much of Pedri. He's a deep lying, almost deep lying. He can play central midfield, a bit of attacking midfield, and even CDM. Now, the thing about him is he is a tempo controlling midfielder. He dictates how the game is gonna go. He dictates which plays happen. Now, we've not had a player like this since Toni Kroos and even Luka Modric. And I mean, it's been about 6 months since I last made a video about him. And that is because, well, actually, let me just show you this report. This explains it perfectly. He was called up to the first team and he was impressive in preseason and in the secret matches that were played at Real Madrid's academy field. And he was, let's be honest, he was very good. I mean, even in his Castilla highlights, this guy is amazing. If he's given an opportunity at the first team, I think he will become a first team, a regular player. So Xabi Alonso called him up. He called him up actually multiple times. It was so many times that Thiago actually wasn't playing in this time. He didn't make his debut at all under Xabi Alonso. Instead, he was just sitting on the bench continuously, not playing with the Castilla, just sitting on the bench continuously, and that was bad actually for his development, bad for him as a footballer. Because in order to get better as a footballer, you have to play. If you don't play, you can get a bit rusty, and that's what happened to him. I think that's actually a very bad thing that Xabi did. You can't call up a youngster who is playing good in the academy, and you're just keeping on the bench every single time you keep calling him up. You don't play him, and that's why even when Arbeloa took over, he wasn't using Pitarch because Pitarch was still a bit rusty. He needed to get some Castilla games under his belt. He had to get some form back, and that's why Arbeloa was using other youngsters that was not as good as him. One in particular, I'm not throwing him under the bus, but he used Sestero. Sestero, he was decent. But I always knew if you're gonna use a midfielder to play for Real Madrid, you can just bring up Pitarch, but Arbeloa wasn't doing it. However, now in this Benfica match, he debuted him, and let me show you how he played in this game. He didn't do anything special. He was very eager to impress, but you know what? It was actually impressive. It was impressive to see how confident he is on the ball. Like, he was getting pressed by players, and he was being press resistant. Now that is a thing that you get when you watch Pedri. Pedri is very press resistant, and he actually gets Real Madrid out of many tricky situations. Now when I watch Thiago Pitarch in the Castilla, he gets them out of a lot of tough situations, especially at the back. When they're in defensive positions, they will give the ball to him in a tough situation and he gets them out of it. But this goes back to what I said previously. I said I was jealous that Pedri plays for Barca, and I'm jealous that Real Madrid don't have a player like Pedri. Maybe Dani Ceballos is the closest thing, but he's getting old now. I think he's gonna leave. So therefore, we need to bring up a young player who can fulfill that role. Thiago is that player. And after the match, Arbeloa did in fact say that Pitarch will play much more. That is what I want to see. I want to see him play at least 30 minutes. Not this 2 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't want to see that. I want to see 30 minutes at least. If he impresses in that 30 minutes, you play him as a starter in the next match. Then you see if he plays good there. If he doesn't, then it is what it is. But in this moment, we are seeing many academy players rise up. We saw Raul Asensio, Gonzalo Garcia, and I think Thiago is that next player. It's crazy. We brought up a defender, we brought up a striker. Now we're gonna bring up a solid midfielder, and this guy has some crazy potential. His passing is fantastic. His runs on the ball is fantastic. When he collects the ball from the back, he makes good plays. His 1-2s are fantastic. His awareness in midfield is just impressive. If he gets to reach that potential, because he's 18 years of age, if he could reach his potential, this is one of the best midfielders in the world. Straight up. I just believe it. Because put this guy in La Masia he would be a starter in Barca in this current moment. Because that's just who Barca is. They give the youngsters opportunities. If the youngsters play good, they continue to play them. Real Madrid in this current moment, we don't have Ancelotti anymore. So therefore, youngsters can finally get the opportunities and maybe even break full blown into the starting 11. So enough of Thiago Pitarch, let's talk about some other players. I want to talk about Vinícius Jr. So I saw this report. Vinícius Jr., ever since Arbeloa took over, he has become better. He has been playing better. He looks happier in the team as well. And I genuinely think the way Arbeloa has been treating him is playing the impact in the situation, because Arbeloa is not like a super strict manager. He is a club man, and his focus is that all the players are happy. Now, of course, you can't make everyone happy, but his main focus has been on making Vinícius happy in the team. And it's been helping. He's been performing, and I'm just happy that Vini is at least performing. And you know what, to me it's actually crazy that Real Madrid are in a situation where they can still win the league. They're sitting top of the log, and it's crazy the way people were talking about Barcelona, how good they started, and now they are sitting second place. Yes, it's only 2 points, but we are talking about a good Barcelona versus a bad Real Madrid. How is a bad Real Madrid still top of the log? How is that possible? We're still in Champions League. Yes, we're not in the best circumstances because it's playoffs. We're still in La Liga. Copa del Rey, we are out. But it looks like Barcelona is also going to be out. So maybe it's not good for me to compare Barca and Real Madrid, but they are the rival. So it is what it is. A worse Real Madrid is still better than a great Barcelona. I just need to talk about one more thing. I'm just thinking about the second leg at the Bernabeu. If Benfica play Prestiani, that is going to be a very intense match. It's going to be intense. Real Madrid only have a 1-goal margin over them. The game is still very much alive. It can still go either way. And Prestiani, after his alleged racist comments towards Vinny, the Bernabeu, with the roof closed, with the fans going crazy, they're gonna boo and whistle the living hell out of this guy. And it's a shame, he's only 20 years of age, but he's going to suffer. The players are gonna go crazy on him. They're gonna tackle him. Well, I don't think they're gonna try and injure him. I do think they're gonna try and get in his head. So I will say, he's gonna have to be strong during the match, because after what he told Vinny, the crowd is not gonna be happy. One thing I will also say is, if he manages to actually score at the Bernabeu and win the match for Benfica, that would actually be an even crazier headline. Not even like, oh, Vinny now wins the game and he gets his revenge now on this guy and all this stuff. If Prestiani scores and they win, that is like the ultimate villain story. The ultimate. But either way, I'm excited for when that match happens. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I will be responding. I will be reading. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace out.